Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Rafale mod by the Cuesta Brothers. Now this mod has been around for a very long time, although it hasn't really worked very well in the latest versions of DCS. And it's not that it completely didn't work, I don't think, it's just that it had a bunch of issues like pylons not wanting to show up on the wings when you add weapons to it, and things like that. But I have wanted for so long to feature this thing, and I just haven't because of those issues. Didn't feel like it was worth it, but they have updated it for DCS 2.7.7, and although that's not the version I'm using, this is actually the latest 2.7.9 open beta as of December 30th, 2021. But it seems to work just fine, just from this first look at it. We'll take a quick look at the skins that we have available to us. Sorry for the background noise there. Have a few good ones. They're mostly the mostly just affect the tail. Tiger meat, marine tiger. This, by the way, is the Rafale M air-to-air. We actually get 4 different versions of the Rafale. Tiger Meat 2017, that's an interesting one. Indian Air Force. And then Rafale Export. Brazil, which is camo. That's really cool. We might go with Brazil on this one, since I actually have this mission set up on the Persian Gulf map, because that kind of looks nice. I don't know, though. Yeah, we'll probably go with this one right here. But anyway, we get the Rafale M air-to-air. Whoops. We also get the Rafale C, the Rafale B, and the Rafale M air-to-ground, or air-sol. I guess that's French for air-to-ground. So the Rafale C, I believe, is the land-based version. The Rafale M is the carrier-based version. And then the Rafale B is a 2-seater version of the Rafale C, if I'm not mistaken. Let's actually take a quick look at that. And this is an issue with a lot of these mods, is that the 3D model does not like to show up immediately in the viewer. So if I go back here to the main mission editor screen, there we go. We can see we have a 2-seat aircraft here. 2-seat Rafale, that is the Rafale B. And it is not, in fact, carrier capable, so it is a derivative of the Rafale C, which I can show right here. This is the Rafale C, differentiable from the Rafale M by the lack of a tail hook on the bottom here. I won't be doing too much with... Oh, Qatar. Perfect for the Persian Gulf map. We'll go with it. So let's take a look at what this thing can have. On the wingtips, of course, we can have the Mica IR missile. The Mica is a very, very good missile. We can have the Mica IR and the Mica NG. The Mica NG here is a radar-guided version of the Mica IR. These are kind of medium-range sort of missiles, but they have short-range capabilities. In particular, the Mica IR, I believe, is a high-off boresight missile. So we'll go ahead and take one of those. We can also load up a Meteor, and I really like the fact that these pylons are showing up like they're supposed to. I think they may have updated the model for the Meteor here, which is always good to see. Meteor is sitting just a little bit low off that pylon, but not very noticeable. What can we have here? So we can have the Thales targeting pod if we want to. Whoops. Or the lightning pod. Ooh, that was a very, very interesting little thing right here on the pylon 7 square. We'll just clear that out for now because we don't need that. We'll stick a Meteor Here on the underside, pylon 5, we'll do another ooh, pylon 5, center line meteor. Huh. We can have that fuel tank, or we can have that fuel tank. You know what, I think we'll skip the fuel tank this time. So that's pylon 5, the center line pylon. Stick another meteor over here. The pylons are actually coming up all the time now. Very, very good to see. So that is our Rafale loaded out with missiles. I do believe they have updated the external 3D model. I do not know yet if they have done anything with the interior cockpit model. I do know that that was a custom cockpit that they had done for this mod, but we shall see when I get into this mission. So there are two things that interest me with this Rafale mod currently. One is whether or not the systems actually work as intended. And they seem to. I had to force the launch there to hit that Su-25, but oh, come on. Fox 2. I'm having to use launch permission override to allow me to shoot these missiles, because it just doesn't want to do it for some reason, and I'm not sure why. Maybe they've like built in some sort of master arm thing that launch permission override bypasses. I'm not sure, but without that, it doesn't seem to want to let me launch a missile. Crap. They have given this custom cockpit a bit of a facelift, by the way, it appears. Maybe it's just that it looks better to me. Fox 3 and Splash 1.
Minimum speed.
So the other thing that I was interested in, and I think I have my answer to this, is that the Rafale mod used to behave like a rocket ship, and I mean it could outclimb basically anything it wanted to. It seemed like it was just way overpowered, and I'm not talking really in terms of balance so much as just the fact that it shouldn't be doing some of the things that it was capable of. I think it could have stood on its tail and just continued to go straight up and up and up and up. And of course it couldn't do that in real life, because you're going to lose speed. The Rafale just had some very, very bad... I'm not sure if it was just very bad drag model or very overpowered engines in the implementation that the Cuesta Brothers gave it the last go round, but they have definitely fixed it. It performs much more realistically, it seems to me. Now, obviously, I'm not going to know how a Rafale should fly, but it should. I know what it should not be able to do, and that was some of the things that it was doing in there. The last time I had a look at it, anyway, it was doing some very crazy things that I didn't feel like were possible. I'm pretty sure they're not aerodynamically possible. It seemed to just hold speed while at extremely high angles of attack, which even with the thrust to weight ratio that this thing has, which is about like an F-15 if I'm not mistaken, shouldn't be able to do something like that, especially with a delta wing like this where it's, yeah, it'll hold the angle of attack, but you have to have a lot more thrust than that to really make the most out of it. Not that this thing is bad at all, it's very, very good. It was doing some things before that it really shouldn't have been. I've said that probably about 3 or 4 times now, but I want to really drive that point home because I honestly did not like this thing for that reason. It was... Now, granted, it was a work in progress, and I'm sure still is, but that's just the way it was back then. I really like what they've done with the flight model, though, this time. Huge flight model update, it seems. So, the only thing left to do is for me to try the Rafale M version out on a carrier real quick, and then we will wrap this video up. Alright, I've got the Rafale M set up here to land on the USS George Bush because I just don't happen to have the Charles de Gaulle class aircraft carrier mod by the Cuesta Brothers installed at the moment. But that is okay. So, I'm not going to call this on par with the Gripen mod just yet, but I think it is pretty close. And it certainly gives us more versions to play around with. So I'm going to have to be careful here. I do have my speed brakes out, which in this thing basically means the canards are canted up. But that does do quite a bit for you, so you have to be careful. Now I have no idea how this is going to go, and I think I may end up seeing here how this thing decelerates or how it doesn't. I've kind of already seen it before. Let's drop the power off. This thing likes to move very, very quickly. Hopefully I don't crash. And yes!
010, taxi to parking area.
For once, I actually managed to get it. I have no idea what wire I grabbed. And I'm not going to, but that was pretty good. This mod is looking really, really good right now, and I'm expecting it to get even better. But even if it doesn't, it's still definitely something I think you should take a look at. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.